Hello everyone! This hour on Verbling, the next in my Learning Through Pictures series, we're doing part 4 of our unit, Going for a Spin. That is, all kinds of vocabulary for driving through watching and describing pictures. That includes parts of a car, the process of driving, and anything we can find that's related to it. And in this class, we're not just going to learn vocabulary, we're going to tell a story using the vocabulary that we've been learning. So that's a bit about my class. Here's a bit about me. I'm Jon-Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour, and I'm an American teacher from New York, hanging out in Lisbon, Portugal to bring you this class. Here are 3 quick rules to help you participate. Don't forget to turn off, tune in, and open up. That means turn off your microphone when you're not speaking so we can keep the classroom quiet. Tune in to the new words you learn and use them actively so I can correct you. And finally, open up to your classmates. Relax and have fun. We're all here to learn, and this is a safe and respectful place to practice your English. Okay, so that's a little bit about me. Let's see who else is out there. We've got Quang. Oh, looks like your connection is having some problems, so hopefully we got that fixed now. Let's see if I can hear you. Say hello. There you go. Okay, gotcha. And Victor, nice to see you again. And Giuseppe will be popping in at some point, and hopefully Roxana will be here too. Okay, everyone. So here's what we're going to do. We've done some reviewing, so let's learn something new. We've gone over, let me share my screen. Take a look at this picture. So before we start something new, take a look and tell me if there's anything that you don't know in this picture. Okay? If there's anything you want to know that you don't know, ask me now.
Yes, I know. I have a question.
Go for it. Just tell me the number.
Number 56 and number 57.
So 56 and 57.
In fact, 58. I'm not sure about 58. Is it a button which switch off the light, the headlight?
Yeah, that's right. Right. 58 is a dimmer. A dimmer.
Oh yes. Okay.
It makes the headlights brighter or weaker.
Yes.
Right?
What about 56 and 57?
56 is the brake.
Oh,
the brake stops the car. 56 is the brake in the middle.
Yes.
57 is the clutch. The clutch.
Okay.
So you need to change the gear with the clutch. So basically from 58 to 55, right?
Yes.
It's dimmer, clutch, brake, accelerator.
John, I have a question. Do you know, for example, in my language, it is clutch. It is a small little bag for woman bag.
Yeah, also in English.
Yes.
Yeah, but we don't use it that much. That's like an old word. But yeah, yeah, we don't really use that word anymore. But if you're asking me what it really means, clutch is something that you hold on to, right? So I guess it would mean that it's a bag that someone can hold on to. Here, the clutch holds on to the gears. It grabs the gear so that you can switch them.
Okay.
So I guess that's where it comes from. And let's see, what else do we have? Some of them are easy. 52, that's pretty easy, right? 52.
Yes, it's a safe belt.
Not belt, but belt.
Belt. Yes.
Safety belt or seat belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 53.
It's a manual stop,
which we call the emergency brake. Emergency brake.
Yes.
Because imagine if you're trying to describe something in English and you say, well, I pulled the manual stop, everyone will be like, what? What's a manual stop? If you say, oh, the emergency brake, everyone goes, oh, the emergency brake. Because they won't, it makes sense. It's a manual stop. It makes sense, but they won't recognize it because they're not used to it. Giuseppe, what do we call 61?
61.
The place,
Dashboard.
the things you put on your hands when you're cold. That's where you put them. The things you put on your hands.
Like a hat.
What do you wear on your hands when you're cold?
Cappello.
When you're driving
Hat.
your $75,000 Bentley through the streets of oh my God, I forgot the name. Where do you live? I forgot the name.
I live in Sicily.
Yeah, but what's the name? Palermo. When you're driving your $75,000 Bentley through the streets of Palermo, you don't want to get your hands dirty, right? So you have to wear what on your hands? Don't say capella. I don't know what a capella is.
Hat.
Not hat, but gloves.
Gloves. In your hand. Sorry. Gloves.
Yeah, in your hands. So you put your hands in you put your gloves in the number 61. In the
cupboard.
No, that's not a cupboard. It's a dashboard. It's a dashboard. But number 61 is where you put your gloves. Gloves. So it's a glove.
It's a glove board.
Glove compartment. 61. Glove compartment. Glove compartment. A compartment for your gloves. That's where you've got the insurance papers, you've got the guns, everything's in the glove compartment. Right? There you go. You never know what's going to happen driving through the streets of Palermo. And hey, Victor, what about number 52? Is it 52 or 62? I can't tell. No, it's 62.
60.
Look at 62. That's the thing that lets everyone know that your car is legal. It's a legal car.
It means when your car stay in a good form, good shape, yes?
Yeah.
And has good checked engine, checked another equipment, yes?
Yeah, that's right. Do you know what we call it? What do we call it?
Legal.
It's called an inspection sticker. Inspection sticker.
Yeah.
Sticker because it's got glue on it, so it sticks to the windshield. It's a sticker because it sticks to the windshield, and it's proof of inspection. So an inspection sticker. Victor, what's missing? What's missing from this car? If I was driving through Odessa or Kiev, what would I have in my car that you don't see here?
I think they you will get a bill and you should pay money.
I could get a ticket from the police.
Yes, for police because you didn't get a technical check. I forgot. Technical control.
You mean the inspection?
Yes,
the inspection.
Yes.
I do. Look, number 62. That's it. I got it. I have it. No. What's missing? What's missing is the camera. Don't all the cars have cameras in them?
Camera?
Yeah. You know, like you always see all those videos. Maybe that's just Russia. Maybe that's not Ukraine. Doesn't everyone have a little like webcam in their car in case there's an accident? You don't do that over there?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, that must be a Russian thing then.
Yes, and then put it in YouTube
Exactly. Never on YouTube.
and get a lot of likes.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what's missing. I think that's what's missing. So, quick review. I'm going to go from the bottom to the top. So we've got 47 was a rear view mirror, 48 was the visor, 49 was the wiper, 50 side window. Actually, it's a passenger side window. 51 was the window crank or handle. 52 was a seatbelt. 53 was the emergency brake. 54 was a gear shift. 55 was the accelerator. 56 was the brake. 57 was the clutch. 58 was the dimmer. 59 was the steering wheel. 60 was the ignition key. 61 glove compartment. 62 was the inspection sticker. Okay? So that's all the vocabulary we did so far. Let's change gears now. Let's do something else. I want you to tell me about the process of driving. Now we're going to learn the process of driving to work. And then you're going to tell me about your drive to work. So what we're going to do is take a look at the pictures, say what we see, and then try to put it together into steps. Okay? So, Giuseppe, what do you see? This is the section here is 103. So under the 103, what do you see in the first picture under 103? Giuseppe, what is that?
It's an Alfa Romeo.
It's an Alfa Romeo. Right. Not as good as a Bentley, but not bad. Not bad. It's a coupe, of course. It's a coupe. Okay. And what's happening in picture 1 to the right? What's happening in picture 1?
The woman opens the door.
Opens or is opening?
Is opening the door. Is opening the door and getting in the car.
Exactly. When we describe pictures, we describe them like they're happening right now. So we have to say is opening the door, is getting in the car, right?
Okay.
Clear? You got to use the present
continuous.
Okay. So Hamad, is your connection working? Hamad? Are you with us, Hamad? Hamad, are you there? Going once, going twice? Okay. Victor, what's happening in picture 2? What's happening in picture 2?
The woman is close the bell, saving bell.
Uh-huh. Close or closing?
Closing.
Closing. Good. The word you want to use here, which is better, is fastening. Fastening.
Instead of clothing, yes.
Uh-huh. Fastening. And take a look in the chat window. Take a look in the chat window.
Yes, fastening.
Uh-huh.
The woman is fastening the save bill.
Uh-huh. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Hang on just a second. Let me go back to my picture. So she is fastening the seatbelt. It's spelled with the T, but you don't pronounce the T. You don't say fastening. You say fastening the seatbelt. Okay, Giuseppe, in number 3, what's happening in number 3?
Well, in number 3, she's putting the gear shift, the first gear shift, by pushing down with her left legs the clutch.
Stepping on
the clutch.
Good. And then doing what?
Put the first gear shift.
Are you sure? It doesn't look like the first to me.
No,
like the first.
The neutral is
neutral.
Right now is the neutral.
Right. So in other words, she's stepping on the clutch and putting the car in neutral. Putting the car. We don't say the gear, we say the car. Putting the car in neutral. What's she doing in number 3, Giuseppe? She's
stepping on the clutch and she's putting Putting on the car.
Putting the car.
Putting the car in neutral.
In neutral, that's right. What's she doing in number 4, Victor? What's she doing in number 4? Victor went to shut the door. I heard the door shut. Victor, are you back? He's making himself a sandwich, cracking open a cold beer. Come on, Victor, come back. Okay, Giuseppe, I think Victor is busy making himself a sandwich. Giuseppe?
Yeah.
I don't hear Victor, do you?
Me too.
Okay. What's she doing in number 4, Giuseppe?
She's inserting the ignition, the key ignition.
Okay. So what I would say is, instead of saying insert, you could just again use put.
She's putting the key ignition.
She's putting the key in the ignition.
In the ignition.
Yeah, because it's true, it's an ignition key, but it goes into the ignition, which is the switch that she's putting it into. She's putting the key into the ignition. So I would say that. She's putting the key into the ignition. Number 5. Victor, are you back? Are you back, Victor? Because I thought I heard you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Look at number 5. Look at number 5. We've got 3 things going on in number 5. We've got 3 different things going on in number 5. Can you tell me what 3 actions she's doing in number 5?
Yes. First one, she is circle around. Turn around the key.
Well, she's turning on the car. She's turning on the car.
Yes, she's turning on the car.
Right.
Second one, she is press.
Step on. Giuseppe said stepping on the clutch in number 3.
Yes.
What's she stepping on? What's she stepping on in number 5? It's not the clutch anymore. What is it?
It is accelerator.
Exactly. She's stepping on the accelerator. And what happens when she steps on the accelerator? Look at the picture next to her foot.
Yes.
There's stuff coming out of the car. So what's the car doing?
The car make fog.
Make fog? Not fog. It's not fog. That's well, what do we call that? I mean, generally it's emissions, but what's the word I'm looking for here? It'll come to me. But the important thing is that, yeah, no, but it's not smoke. It's exhaust. Exhaust. So exhaust looks like this. E-X-A-Z. Exhaust. So Giuseppe, it's not Giuseppe, Victor. Sorry, Victor. So to start the car, she turns.
She turns the key.
Yeah, she turns the key. Then she step on the accelerator, and then she revs the car. Revs the car. Revs. Rev is short for like reverberates. In other words, to begin to cycle the engine, the cylinders. So we can say rev up, right? Rev up, or rev, and that means, or sometimes you can say race the engine. In other words, before you put the gear, before you put it into first gear, you can just go, rah, that's revving the car. It kind of warms it up a little. Okay, now to talk about the pictures here, we use the present continuous. Imagine now you have to tell me, you've got to teach me how to drive this car. To teach me how to drive the car, you're going to use the present simple, because you're going to give me instructions, just like when you tell someone how to get to the subway or the metro. Go down the street, make a right, then go down the steps. You use go, make, turn, sit, right? So you use the present simple. So what I want you to do is to tell me how to start my car using the steps we just learned, but not using the present continuous. I want you to use the present simple. All right? Who wants to give it a try? Going from steps 1 to step 5.
No one.
Nobody?
The woman opens opens the door.
Not even the courageous Giuseppe?
The entrepreneur. So,
hold on. Let's not talk about the woman. I want you to tell me. No. I want you to teach me how to drive a car. First at the home. Imagine you're teaching me the steps. What do I do first? Then, after that, finally.
First, open the driver door. Driver door. And after that, get in the car.
Driver's side door.
Yeah, and sits.
Wait, repeat. Driver's side door.
Driver's side door. Can you hear me?
And then? Yep. And then?
And then take place and then sits in the chair car or
driver seat. Driver seat.
Then
and do what? Look at picture number 2. Do what?
And then fasten your seat belt. Driver's seat belt.
Good. Fasten your seatbelt. We don't say driver's seatbelt, just seatbelt. Good. And then after that, Giuseppe? Number 3?
Steps on the clutch and put the gears and put the shift.
Put the car
neutral.
Put the car. Very good. Okay, and then?
And then pick up the key and put the key into the ignition.
Into the ignition. Okay, and finally?
Finally, turn the key to turn on the car. And after that, step on the accelerator and rev up the car.
And there you go. But we're not done yet. Victor. And then, Victor? And then we've got a few more steps. Imagine if it's cold outside. Before you take off, look at number 6. What do you have to do? What do you think, Victor? Number 6, before you leave, you have to take a minute and do what?
You can make a rev.
Yeah, you can rev the car. We say
rev the car.
We can say rev the car and let the engine warm. Let the engine warm up.
Warm up.
Let
break
the
up,
engine.
break up. Yes. Like.
Yeah, because here we're revving the engine a little, racing the engine a little, and then in number 6, it's revving and we're letting the engine warm up. So 6 is let the engine warm up. Okay, Victor, keep going. And after that, look at number 7. After that,
you should.
You should. No. That's advice. Don't give me advice. Tell me what to do. After that, do what?
After that, put down your emergency brake.
Good. Instead of put down, we could say release the emergency brake. Release the emergency brake, number 7. And after that?
Disable Disable. Can we use disable?
No, it's better to say release. Release.
Release.
Release the emergency brake. And after that, number 8?
After that, step on the clutch.
And do what?
Switch off.
Put the car into
first gear.
Very good. Step on the clutch and put the car into first gear. Good. And then number 9?
And slowly
step on
the clutch and
oh no, it's the opposite. It's the opposite. Slowly step on the accelerator.
Yes, slowly step on the accelerator and slowly release the clutch.
Exactly. Slowly step on the accelerator and release the clutch. And finally,
it is a middle picture, yes?
Well, there's the middle and number 10 together, yeah.
Okay. And finally...
You could say, when you start to do what? The middle picture, when you start to...
Move.
When you start to move...
When you start to move, switch your gear... Put the car on second gear.
That's right. You can say either put the car, or you can also say shift to second gear.
Oh yes, shift.
All right. So let's look at the whole process from the very beginning. Okay. Just to review, from the very beginning. First, get into the car. Then fasten your seatbelt. After that, step on the clutch and put the car into neutral. And then put the key in the ignition. And after that, start the car. Turn the key and step on the accelerator. That's number 5. Now let's go on to number 6. Step on the accelerator, let it rev. But then, let the engine warm up for a moment. After that, release the emergency brake and put the car into first. To drive, step on the accelerator and release the clutch, and when you start to move, shift into second gear. And that is how you drive. Got it?
Yes.
How fast can you say it back to me? Can you say it back to me at that speed, the whole thing?
Maybe. Who knows? Let's try.
Just out of curiosity, can anyone say the whole process back to me at that speed? Give it a try.
Who wants first?
Give it a try.
Can I?
Keep it really simple. Keep it simple. Remember, you're only using get, put, fasten, shift, release, simple verbs. Giuseppe, you go first. Try the whole thing.
Okay, get in the car, fasten your seatbelt, step in on the clutch, and put the car in neutral. Put the key in ignition and turn the key to turn on the car. And after that, accelerate to warm up the car.
Step on the
accelerator to warm up the car.
Step on the accelerator.
Step on the accelerator.
Okay. So we're on to 6 and 7 now.
And after that,
right.
Once the car is warmed up, release your emergency stop, and step on
brake
and
emergency
brake. Release the emergency brake and then and then step on your clutch and put the shift of the first gear. After that, step on contemporaneously step on the accelerator and release slowly the clutch, and then the car should go.
It might, it might not. Who knows? But if it does go, what's the last thing we do?
Put the second shift.
Shift into second.
Shift in the second.
Shift into.
Shift
Very
in the
good.
second.
Very good. Victor, see if you can beat Giuseppe. Faster. See if you can beat Giuseppe.
I can, if I can.
Try it.
Okay. Open the door and take in the car.
Open the door and get in the car.
Get in the car. Fastening the bell.
Seat belt. Seat belt.
Yes.
Good. And then
step on the clutch and make sure
put the car
on the neutral gear. Neutral gear.
You don't need gear. You don't need gear. Just neutral. Put the car in neutral.
Okay. Then put in the key and turn.
Put the key in the ignition. Put the key in the ignition.
Put the key in the ignition and turn the key.
Right.
Then step on the accelerator and rev.
Excellent. Okay, and then what about the engine? The engine was cold, so number 6.
Make sure let the engine warm.
Yeah, let the engine warm up.
And then release the emergency brake.
Good. After that,
step on the clutch. Switch first gear.
Shift into first. Shift into first.
Shift on the first.
Then shift into first.
Okay. Shift into first. Then step on the accelerator and slowly release the clutch.
Good.
And after when you move,
when you start to move,
shift on the second gear. Into the second gear.
Shift into second.
Into second, yes.
Shift into second. Very good. That's it. Shift into second. Tell me, what do you see, Giuseppe? What's the guy doing in 72? In picture 72?
In picture 72, the guy is checking the oil, the level of oil in the engine.
Can you see what he's doing in that picture?
Can you hear me?
He's checking
the oil.
Not engine, but
engine. The engine.
Yeah. Engine. Yeah. But the word is engine. Yeah, not engine. That sounds strange. He's checking the oil in the old-fashioned way. Probably not how we do it anymore, but that's how we used to do it. Checking the engine. This is what, 72, right? Checking the oil. Okay. And Victor, right below that. Oh my God! What happened to the guy right below that? What happened to his car? Do you see the arrow?
Yes. She got a hole in the balloon.
A balloon? No, not a balloon. It's not a balloon.
In the wheel.
In the wheel, specifically in the tire. In the tire. Okay. Tire. T-I-R-E. Tire.
Tire.
So we call that getting a flat. She got a flat. She got a flat. Right. And Giuseppe, what are we doing in 70 on the right side?
70. 70.
Yeah,
The 70.
What's
We
the
are
action there?
filling filling gas up to into car.
Uh-huh. We're filling up the tank. Filling up the tank. Right? Or we're gassing up.
Yeah, gassing up.
Or we're putting gas in the car. So you can say all three. Putting gas in the car, filling up the tank, gassing up.
Okay.
Number 70. In number 70, Victor, in number 70, when you're parking, you often have to do this to get into the space. Number 70. When you're parking, you often have to do this to get into the space. Number 71, I'm sorry. Victor, number 71. What's the guy doing? It's 71.
Mm-hmm. The guy move back.
Right.
Moving is moving back.
He's backing up. Backing up. Backing up.
He's backing up.
Right. He's backing up into a parking space, probably. I would assume he's backing up into his parking space. And Giuseppe, what are we doing with the handle of the window? It's so hot in this car. Oh my goodness. What are we doing to the window? What are we doing?
Well, we are.
I need some air, Giuseppe. Can you please?
Can you please put it down the side window?
Can you please roll?
Roll it down.
Roll down the window. So we've got from 70 all the way to 75. We've got filling up the tank, backing up, rolling down the window, checking the oil. You can check anything, but we're checking the oil, and probably looks like getting a flat. Number 75, getting a flat. I don't know if you can see the numbers on this picture here, but if you go back a little bit, on the very top of the screen, you got, I think that's 65. 65. This is all about driving. See, I think it's, I can't tell, no, it's 63, sorry. 63, 64, 65. After that, you can't see the number, but 66 is the green car at the intersection. Then the orange car is 67. Then there's the boy with the dog, and then you've got 68. And then finally, the red car is 69. Look at the direction that the cars are going in. Look at the direction. So let's start at the very, very, very top. What is the truck doing to the, I don't know what kind of car that is. What is the truck doing to that pink car in 63? What kind of truck is that? What's the truck doing to that car in 63?
It's a body car mechanic.
Yeah. What's it doing to that car?
Well,
the car broke down somewhere.
The car is broke down and then
evacuate maybe.
Is what? Say again?
Evacuate.
A what? I didn't understand the word.
Evacuated. It said.
Evacuated.
Evacuate? Is that what you're saying? Write it for me.
I think it's no this word in English.
Oh, write it for me anyway. I just want to see the word. Write it for me in the chat window. I'm just curious.
No.
You wrote it?
Yes.
I don't see it. Oh, yeah. Oh, evacuate. Oh, evacuate. Oh, okay. I got it. Well, that evacuate is more like if there's a flood or a fire, you have to evacuate. This is not so serious. So the truck is towing the car that broke down. Towing the car. The truck is towing the car in 63. Towing. And that is a tow truck. To tow is to drag something from one place to another. So 63, the blue truck is towing the pink car. Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
In 64, the road is wet. You know, when it rains, all the oil comes up to the surface. It's very easy to do what? in 64. If the oil comes to the surface, the road is wet and slick, and what we have it's very dangerous because your car could do what? Look at 64. What's that car doing?
Fail.
Yeah.
Failing.
Uh-huh. Another word. Anyone? Giuseppe? Another word?
No, lose the
Fails
direction.
too general.
Lose control.
Lose control, right. We call that to skid. S-K-I-D. To skid. To skid. So in 64, the car is skidding off the road. What's it doing, Victor?
They failed.
Skidding.
Yes, skidding.
Right. The car is skidding off the road. To skid, 64.
Skidding.
Skidding off the road because there's grease and it's slick.
Yeah.
Oh, Giuseppe, look at number 65. That's easy. The pink car is doing what to the green car?
Passing.
The pink car is passing, right. You can go around if you're in a little back street. You can pass the cars. And 66 is the dark green car, Victor. The dark green car is... you can't see it. It's not very good. Okay, fine. What's the dark green car doing, number 66? Dark green car is... It doesn't want to go straight. It wants to do what?
Try to move quickly, faster.
For number... Well, you can't see the number, but it's the dark green car in front of the pink car. See the dark green car with the arrow to the right? The dark green car in front of the pink car, but above the orange car. Do you see it?
Yes. Yes, it's recently break.
Number...
68? 67?
No. It's before 67. You can't see the number.
Yes, it's turn right. The car is
making a right. Making a right.
Making right.
That's right. This picture, unfortunately, you can't see it, but because I had to put this together really fast. But actually, you're supposed to see the little turn signal, but it got cut off. So actually, he's signaling to make a right. But anyway, making a right. Making a right. Number 67. Uh-oh, Giuseppe. Uh-oh. The cat jumped in front of the car. What does 67 have to do?
She's blocking
oh my
the
God,
car,
there's a cat.
blocking the car, breaking down the car.
Breaking down the cat.
Break
He's not going
the
to break
car.
down the cat.
Break the car.
He's going to break the car if he hits the cat. That's true. He's going to break the cat more than he's going to break the car. But he's not going to break anything. He's going to slam on the brakes, Giuseppe. Slam on the brakes. Slam on the brakes. Slam on. Like this. Look in the chat window. Slam on the brakes. Slam means to hit hard. If he doesn't slam on the brakes, yeah, to hit hard is to slam. Like in baseball, you can hit a grand slam. You hit the ball so hard, it goes so far that you run around all the bases. It's a grand slam. So in 67, he's slamming on the brakes. Because if he doesn't slam on the brakes, he's going to slam into the cat. And the cat would be very unhappy. Very unhappy cat. Right? Don't slam into the cat. But number 68, Victor, number 68. Oh, there's a boy who jumped out, is chasing a ball, and the car had to go around the boy, right?
Yes.
So he didn't skid, he's just going around, but it begins with an S. What do we call it when you, the thing you do when you want to avoid a child jumping out in the middle of the street? You have to do what to the car? You have to, begins with an S. Not quite slide, almost. I'll give you a hint.
Skin.
Almost. I'll give you a hint. It's very similar to a word that means the same as round. If something is round, it can be curved, right?
Yes.
Curved. When you make a turn that is curved and you do it quickly, you swerve. Swerve.
Swerve.
So number 68, the car swerved to miss the boy.
The car swerved.
Right.
Swerved.
To miss.
To the boy.
Swerved, or whatever it is. Oh, wait. I think I spelled it wrong. Oops. Hold on. Swerved is not with a V, it's with a W. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. Should say SW, not SV. Swerved to miss the child in 68. Okay, and in 69, Giuseppe, in 69, the red car was like, oh my God, I got to go back home and get my wallet. And so
he's making a U.
Or I don't know, maybe
inversion.
Yeah.
U inversion.
He's making a U. Try again. Simpler word. Inversion's too complicated. A U.
A U-turn.
A U-turn. Right. 69. The red car is making a U-turn. Right. Because he got on the road and he's like, hey, what happened to my kids? Oh, he's back there. They're swerving around. And my cat. He makes a U-turn to go pick them up. That is it. So we've got to tow a car, to skid off a road, to pass a car, to make a right, to make a left, to slam on the brakes, to swerve, to miss someone, and to make a U-turn. And that is some good vocabulary, actually. Pretty good. Not bad at all. So, what we need to do, for you to remember this vocabulary, the best way to remember it, I think, is to use it in a way that's easy to remember, like to tell a story. And that's what we've been doing in the other classes. So I don't know if I have time to tell an entire story, but what we can do is I can open my notes and we can get started, at least. We can come up with the storyline, and then in the next class we can put this all together into an actual story. So let's do this. I'm going to open my notes and share my screen with you. And then what I'm going to do is give you just, actually, I should remind you how this works too, shouldn't I? Because it's been a while. Hang on a second. Let me see if I have my little tutorial in front of me here. I don't think I do. Give me a second. I'm going to give you a little tutorial. But basically the idea is that we've got two ways to tell the story. The first is to get the structure. And they're both going to be exactly like we practice the vocabulary. I'm going to ask you questions, you're going to answer, and the best answer you can give me, the funniest, the most interesting, is the one that we're going to use. Let me put this on the screen for you so you can see it. Hold on a second. Let's see if it lets me open. Come on, computer. Open. How to ask a story. Here we go. So let me share my screen with you. Let me share my screen with you quickly. Hold on. Where is it? There it is. Let me see if I can share this with you. And okay, now you can see it. So this is, whoops. This is what I call asking a story and pitching a story. There are two stages to creating a story and learning through pictures. Stage one is to pitch a story. That's when you tell someone your idea. Stage two is to ask a story. That's when we use the vocabulary that we've learned to fill in all of the details of the story and reuse the vocabulary. Then to practice a story, you just have to practice the vocabulary, you just have to tell the story. So it's a good way to remember all the details. The first gives us a story to follow, and the second fills in all the details. The second is where we'll add all the vocabulary that you've learned. Once the story is complete, all you have to do is to remember the vocabulary, and retell the story. You can also write it, you can listen to it, you can act it out. No matter what you do, it'll ensure that you learn what you're supposed to learn. So we're going to try stage one right now, how to pitch a story, how to create an idea. Like if I pitch you an idea, I give you the basic idea, and I do it in a way that's funny or interesting so that you might want to invest in my idea. Sometimes we call these an elevator pitch. Pitch, by the way, means to throw. So I'm like throwing you a little piece, what's the word? A little scrap, a little piece of the story, something to get you, just enough to get you interested, is what I want to say. Before we can create a story, we have to pitch an idea to the class. In order to do that, I'll give you a structure to follow, but you have to fill in the details. Here's the, quote, Pixar Pitch. This is a famous pitch, which is a storytelling structure from the creators of the animated movies Toy Story and Finding Nemo. So before you could create a film, an animated film for Pixar, you have to be able to explain your story using these 6 steps. Once upon a time, something happened. And every day, that thing would happen every day. But one day, something different happened. And because of that different thing, unusual things began to happen. And especially because of those unusual things, something big happened. And finally, as a result of that something big happening, something really big happened. Well, you have to fill in the details. Okay, so what we're going to do is try our Pixar pitch in the last few minutes of class. Don't worry about the driving vocabulary yet. Don't worry about it. The first thing we need to do is just suggest an outline for a story, and in the next class, whenever it will be, we'll work on the details. So first, let me update my table of contents in Learning Through Pictures. And you'll notice in Unit 8, going for a spin, it says the story pitch here. That is on page, I'll tell you in a second. That's on page 6. And this thing about the driving series, we're not going to worry. I'll fill that in after class. That's what we did together a moment ago. Okay, so look, those are your 6 steps. And those steps suggest a story. So we're going to try to figure out if we can create just the basic story. And then we'll come back in the next class and add all the vocabulary and all the details. Okay? So I'm going to ask you about what happens in each step of the story. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you too. Okay. Once upon a time, there was what kind of a person, Giuseppe?
There was a
Once upon a time, there was
a
kind
driver.
of a person, Giuseppe?
There was a truck driver.
There was a driver.
There was a
truck driver, of course. How? Right, of course.
Truck driver is okay. Okay.
Once upon a time, there was a truck driver, right?
Who was delivering?
It's okay for me. Once upon a time, there was a. Who was?
Who was delivering some stuff?
Yeah.
Was delivering some stuff or some foods to the. Was delivering some stuff to the next destination.
Delivering some. Who was delivering stuff? Well, actually, let's do this. Let's take delivering stuff and let's move that down here. Once upon a time, there was a truck driver, and every day he would. Oh, I can't write here for some reason. He would deliver stuff. Every day he would. Hold on a second. Every day he would deliver stuff. How did he feel about that, Victor? How did he feel about his job? Victor. How did he feel about delivering stuff every day? Was he happy? Was he sad? Was he satisfied? Was he frustrated? Victor? Victor, are you there? Hello, Victor? Did we lose Victor, Giuseppe?
Victor is here, but the microphone is off.
Oh, I think we lost Victor. Giuseppe, how did he feel about delivering stuff every day? How did he feel about his job?
Well, but one day he got up.
But first, how did he feel? So every day he would deliver stuff, but how did he feel about it?
He felt depressed because I was
depressed
about that.
He felt depressed. Wow, he felt depressed. Victor, whenever you're back, say hello. I don't know if he's there. He felt depressed. Interesting. I guess Victor went to go make a sandwich and have a beer again, I guess. He keeps doing this. And why was he depressed, I wonder? Why was he depressed?
Because he wasn't unhappy to do that job.
Oh my God. So he would deliver stuff and he was depressed, right?
Yes.
Because what did he really want to do? What did he really want to be?
Because he really want to do.
Or be what?
Because he really want to be the manager of a great company.
Because he really wanted to be a princess.
Princess.
Of course.
Princess.
Because that's what every truck driver secretly wants, to become. Did he want to be a princess? No, he didn't want to be a princess. Of course not. What did he want to be? Victor, come on, help us out here, Victor. Oh, Victor, I'm so disappointed. We're making the story without you. Okay, Giuseppe, he's not a princess, and he doesn't want to be the manager of a company. So what does he want to be? Seriously now, what does he want to be?
Because he really want to be a cowboy.
He really wants to be a cowboy, of course. Who doesn't? Am I right? Am I right, guys? Who doesn't? And he really wants to be a cowboy. But every day he just went around making deliveries, dreaming of the Wild West, because that's what the cowboys are.
Mm-hmm.
But one day
he won a lottery and a lot of money, and after that.
But one day, Victor, are you there yet, Victor? Come on, turn on your microphone, Victor. Oh, I'm so disappointed because it's unfair. Then it's Giuseppe's story. It's got to be a group effort. But one day, he saw a horse, Giuseppe. That's right. One day he saw a horse. It was standing as he was not making his, he was dropping, as he was unloading. What was he delivering? What he was delivering? As he was unloading a crate of what do you call those things?
Crate of
crispy
herbs.
I was going to say crispy Apple Jacks cereal.
Apple Jack.
Yeah, why not? It was standing in his way. And because of that, he had cereal and he had a horse. And because of that, of those things, what did he decide to do, Giuseppe? What did he decide to do?
he decided to mount on the horse.
He decided to mount the horse. It's true. It's true. Because of that, he decided to lower the horse over and then mount the horse. And oh my God, I can't breathe. And ride off into the sunset. I agree completely about that. Let's see. And so, as a result, what did he do over the next couple of weeks and months, Giuseppe?
Decided to learn. And so, as a result, he decided to come up with a form.
A form or a costume?
Farm.
A farm. Oh, I see. As a result, what do you mean came up with?
Create.
As a result,
created.
As a result, he got a gun and a mask and he
decided to meet Zorra.
And he chased people off their farm and made it his a place for a man and his. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, we almost got our story now. We're almost there. And especially because of that, well, I don't think he was depressed anymore, was he, Giuseppe?
No, was happy.
He was so
very happy.
That's right. He was so very happy for the first time in his life. He was so very happy for the first time. So, in fact, to do what? Something he'd never done before.
Oh gosh.
How did he decide to spend the rest of his life? What did he decide to do? What was his commitment, Giuseppe?
He decided to harvesting and mate, or no.
To what? To mate? To mate with a horse? I hope not.
No. He decided to start a horse, to organize horse events, to bring up.
To organize horse events, like what? He decided to devote his life to
the horses.
The cowboy way. What do you think about that?
Fit well.
And so he was the first. And so he was the first. The first cowboy in Sicily. Sicily. He was the first cowboy in Sicily. And his name was Giuseppe. Like, why can't I spell right? Do you know why?
Sicily.
and he went on killing and looting and stealing horses and all right?
All day, juice, right.
Until finally, Giuseppe, what happened?
Until finally someone pick up the shotgun, pick up the gun and shoot me.
So someone got sick of him and shot him. And that was the story of our truck driver turned cowboy. Okay. It seems like this is probably better than most Pixar movies, actually. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I wonder what we should call our movie. I'm not sure. We can call it
The Sicilian.
the Sicilian. Let's call it. We'll call it Finding Giuseppe. Okay. There we go. You know Finding Nemo? This is Finding Giuseppe. See if I spelled your name right. Oh, I forgot an E. Sorry. There we go. Finding Giuseppe. The story of a reluctant truck driver who became a cowboy, who became a legend. Giuseppe, you have your very first Pixar movie. All about you.
I'm happy.
Do you feel important? Good.
No?
Excellent.
Yes,
good.
Of course.
Very good. So, all we have to do is go back and fill in all the details about your life as a truck driver, about stepping on the clutch and releasing the brake and turning the steering wheel. We've got to add some of that. But I think we can swing it. We'll have to do that in the next time. But I think we're off to a good start. We've got our story, at least. Not bad. Once upon a time, there was a truck driver, and he would deliver stuff. He was depressed because he really wanted to be a cowboy. But every day, he just went around making deliveries and dreaming of the Wild West. But one day, he saw a horse. It was standing in his way as he was unloading a crate of crispy Applejack cereal. And because of that, he decided to lower the horse over to him with the cereal and then mount the horse and ride off into the sunset. And so, as a result, he got a gun and a mask and chased people off their farm and made it his special place, a place for a man to be with his horse. And especially because of that, he was so very happy for the first time in his life that he decided to devote his life to the cowboy way. And so he was the first cowboy in Sicily. He went on killing and looting and stealing horses and women all day and all night until finally someone got sick of him and shot him dead. And that is the story of Giuseppe in the cowboy way. What do you think? I think we got a winner. You like it?
Fantastic.
It's pretty good. So, in the next class, we'll add the details. All right? Feel free, Giuseppe, Victor, I know you're not speaking to me anymore, or anyone watching, feel free to create your own story. We don't have to use the story of Giuseppe the cowboy. We don't have to. But we do have to use as many of the vocabulary words as we can. Which words could we use? Well, swerving, skidding. Oh, all those driving words, they would come in handy. We can talk about a little bit of the process of driving the truck. Oh, yeah, think about all that. So in the next class, we're going to ask the story. That's where we fill in the details. And I'll ask you questions like, was there a car? You say, yes, there was. No, there wasn't. And if I say, what kind of car, you give me the best, funniest, craziest kind of car you can, and that's what kind of car he'll drive. All right, we're going to stop for now. That's the plan for the next time to finish up our unit on going for a spin. Thank you for joining me. Have a good weekend. Good night, everyone. And I'll be back Monday morning for Getting Results in Business, a new unit. Bye for now, everyone. See you, Giuseppe.
Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Don't shoot anyone. See you.
No.
Bye-bye.
I don't let them shoot him.
Don't let them shoot you. Bye-bye.